update of some kind. It's not quite Taco admin, not quite a personal update. Not really sure how I'm going to file it. Okay, so a couple of things. What have I been doing? What have been my political objectives? And why I am turning it all in. So, political objectives. What I've been fighting for is for us to maintain a free society. Fundamentally, it's not natural for us to live in a free society. What tends to happen is that there tends to be a consolidation of power. People who get power try and find a way to maintain that power and increase it. We have seen this happen in our corporate sector, where I've been under the thumb of the mafia. Basically, I made a complaint with my boss about how we were doing billing. Next thing I know, not talking to me. Next thing I know, all my screens are constantly recorded due to a false child safety allegation and the manipulation of law enforcement by the fucking corporation who I'm fucking fighting against. And then the destruction of my life, okay? Not being able to get work because they'll create fake job interviews, communicate with employer unions, and these things. So that's the biggest thing. It was that keeping in mind that they were stealing a large amount of money through a process of really shady business practices. It's a mafia, okay? And because there's this healthcare sheen to it, and society sees healthcare as people as having a little bit of a halo because they're there to help, well, I'm sorry to have to say this, that just allows them to get away with murder. Sometimes literally. And that's that part of it. Okay? So with that, it's any time that there's an issue where we have a consolidation of power, such as the descent into feudalism in the United States of America and the Trump regime, or we have issues where we have members of the Signals Directorate and Signals Corps acting as children and using their ability to access our private information and cyber warfare apparatus to control and dominate and interfere with the free running of our society, I get a bit pissed off, and that's what I've been fighting against. So that's been my political agendas. I am most similar to someone like Edward Snowden rather than, say, a Julian Assange, although the mental health issues I'm facing, it's difficult to describe them as mental health because they are associated with very reasonable ways of navigating a horrific situation which is not changing. So Julian Assange, what happened with him is that he was falsely accused of rape. There was maneuvering by the United States and different agencies to get him sent to prison so they could dominate and control him. He was running an organization called WikiLeaks. I do not like WikiLeaks, I think, but he was publishing classified information. Some of that information was really useful for the public to know, such as instances where there were drone strikes where civilians were killed in the States and they tried to cover it up. Good on Julian Assange for publishing that. He also published a lot of information which got some people in trouble who didn't need to get in trouble. That's why I'm not a supporter of Julian. I do need to express that the situation I'm facing is similar to him because due to my political maneuvering and political activity, a child safety incident was manufactured and overplayed and used for my enemies at Humanity Health Group to maneuver, to dominate and control me. I'm in the situation I'm in because of that, and that's why I'll be leaving. It's because I cannot get out of it, and it's not because of a lack of resilience. I have been exceedingly resilient. I have gone through all the hells that Julian went through. So Julian, he ended up being stuck in the Ecuadorian embassy in the United Kingdom. He wasn't able to have any form of a normal life. He ended up going stir crazy. He ended up smearing feces on the walls and shit. Now, I haven't gone that far, but I haven't been able to have anything approaching a normal life. And I haven't been able to have any form of privacy. and I do not deserve this, and this was political manoeuvring by my enemies who wish to control me. The closest thing I do to smearing feces on the wall is look at cute anime girls, because that's how I can feel some degree of warm and fuzzies after going through the hells and abuses that I've been through. Okay? There is no such thing as a normal life for me anymore, and every moment is an act of abuse on me. And there's only one way I can escape that abuse, is for me to leave. And that's what is going to happen soon. Now, I'm going to post a video of what he said when he came back to Australia after his hell ended. And that's his situation. The reason why I'm laying low and like this, it's not because I'm an incel. I'm not an incel. I've had women who want to have relationships with me, which and my view is I'm very picky about these things. And with my life being as destroyed as it currently is, that's not possible. I will never be able to have a meaningful relationship while I'm being monitored like this. I will never be able to have a regular job while being monitored like this. And the worst thing is that it gives opportunities for my enemies to find means and opportunities to abuse me. And this has been offered to them. If it wasn't for this situation, I probably would have married Ms. Green and would be having a pretty normal life at the moment. This has been a heinous thing to do to a person, and it's clear that I did not deserve this. I've had the police weaponized by the corporates to protect the corporate elite. I've had the police weaponized by people misbehaving in the Signals Directorate. And I've had extensive police abuse and harassment. And the police harassment seems to be dying off a little bit, because I think they've finally fucking had the switch flicked that, we've really fucked up, hey, right? But that's why I'm going. It's not because of a lack of adult skills. Fuck off, right? Most people would have killed themselves long ago if they were in my situation, and they would not have been as resilient, and they would not have done the things I have done. Okay? So let me be clear. When I leave, it's a way of escaping a situation that I cannot escape. It's because of a very practical and structural problem. It's not because of mental illness, although I've certainly been worn down. I don't feel particularly depressed or particularly bad about things, right? I'm leaving because I'm being abused, and I can't get it to stop, and I can't have anything resembling a normal life, and my death will be a signpost in to say, hey, we can't let the corporate elites act like this, and we can't let the Signals Directorate and their government corruption continue. Here's a person who's had to die for that message to get put across. And that is what will happen. Right? Have a lovely day, everyone.